Afternoon. My name is Linda Shannonbrook. I'm a registered nurse and I'm the owner and director of Brook Healthcare. We are a non-medical home care company serving the Midlands of South Carolina. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about providing first aid in the home when you don't have a big first aid kit to utilize. This is a first aid kit. This has 4x4s, combines, it's got tape, it's got scissors, it's got knives to cut clothing off with. It's got everything that you would need to handle a big disaster. We don't have big disasters in the home. We're going to deal with the little owner. One of the most common injuries in the home is you're preparing dinner, you're in a rush at the end of the day, you cut yourself. We're going to show you how to manage that. First thing you're going to do is take the cleanest object you can find. It could be paper towels, it could be toilet paper, it could be the dish rags, it doesn't matter. You're going to cover over that area, put nice tight pressure on that. Don't keep peeking at it, hold it nice and tight. If it bleeds through, you're going to apply another towel on top of that. Hold that on there nice and tight. At this point, you probably should get it looked at by a doctor if it hasn't stopped bleeding in about 10 minutes. In order to get you to the doctor in a safe manner and protect that injury, use any glove you have in the home. Even a work glove is sufficient. Anything that's going to hold this dressing in place and hold it on there nice and tight. If you still need more pressure on it, you can hold it with another hand. You can wrap tape around that. Any tape you have in the house is wonderful. Masking tape, duct tape, electrical tape, anything would work great. Next thing we're going to do, child falls. They hurt themselves. First thing they're going to do when they come off that skateboard is put their hands down. They've now sustained a wrist injury. What you want to do is you want to look at that wrist. You want to see, is there any lumps or bumps in it, anything that doesn't look right? Do the fingers or the hand point the wrong way? Those are all signs you need to get it looked at right away. We're going to get you there safely. What you want to do is support the wrist in whatever position it's in. Don't try to straighten it out. That's only going to provide further injury. Anything you have in the home that will provide support. Magazine, you can use a newspaper, wrap it around that area nice and securely. Again, tape comes in real handy. You want to tape it above and below the injury, not over the injured area. You don't have tape? Bungee cords are wonderful for this kind of stuff. Just keep wrapping it around until you get it nice and secure. It'll hold that in place. Your child can't move their arm. You can get them to be seen in a very safe manner. Another injury that's very common when a child falls, they're going to bang their head. Their heads always hit first, no matter what they're doing, no matter where they are. What you need to do is get them to keep something on top of it. When you have a head injury, it bleeds. Anything from the neck up is going to bleed a lot, no matter how small it is. Again, the cleanest object you have, you're going to hold it on top of that area. The child's not going to want to hold it there. They're going to be crying, they're going to be fussing. Take another piece of something, put it on top. Get that bag of frozen peas out of the refrigerator. Put that right on top of that. Ice is great for controlling pain in children. You're going to get their favorite baseball hat, their favorite cowboy hat. It doesn't matter. Put that right on top. That's going to hold that dressing in place beautifully until you can get them looked at or until the bleeding stops and you can get a better look at it. That's one way you can do that. Another common problem in the home, you fall. You hurt your ankle. What you want to do is do the same thing you did with the wrist. You want to look to make sure, is that foot pointing in the right direction? Is there any kind of deformity? Anything like that you need to get looked at immediately by medical. Anything that's abnormal in the way the foot looks or the foot is pointing, you want to get looked at by a physician immediately. You need to support that foot as best you can without moving it. Don't change the position of it. You can do that with a child. A nice big towel works very well. With an adult, a blanket would work much better. Roll it up. Place it around the foot. You can do that usually without moving the foot a whole lot. Same thing. You've got tape. You've got bungee cords. You're going to secure this in place so that it doesn't move. And it's going to provide good support until you can get that person to where they need to be. They won't be able to move that. You also have room in here to take that bag of frozen peas, frozen vegetables, and throw that in there and apply ice to the area to keep the swelling down. You have a puncture. A knife goes through the skin. You don't want to remove that. You don't know what damage was done as that was going through the skin. We're going to pretend this is a knife for right now. You also want to secure it so it doesn't keep moving around. You don't know what damage it did on the way in. You don't know what damage it's going to do on the way out. Leave it in place. What you want to do is secure that in place as best you can. You want to wrap something around it on the bottom. You want to wrap something around it on the top. And again, pull out that duct tape, pull out that electrical tape. Secure these items in place around it. Now, this is much more secure than it was. You can get that person to the physician to be seen and removed appropriately. If you have a hand injury, look at, is the finger pointing in the wrong direction? Is it just a little bit of pain? You want to splint that in the way it is. Keep it from moving and causing more pain. Always pad the injury with something first, then again. Cover over the area to provide more support to it, and then wrap tape around it and put this right in place. This acts as a great splint. That person can't move their fingers, and you've protected the area of the injury. And you can still put the frozen peas on top of it. Keep that ice on it and keep it cool to control the pain. And those are just some things that you can do for first aid injuries at home when you don't have a big first aid kit. And I want to thank you very much. And stay tuned, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you again with more suggestions and more ideas of what you can be doing at home. Thank you.